Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Saturday. Oh boy, it's been a morning already. Annie, hi sweetheart. Happy Saturday. Andrea, good morning. Hello everyone. Thank you for coming in this morning. Thank you for being here with me, Catherine DeSanti. Oh, it's so good to see all of you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I know I'm a few minutes late, but I had to make some coffee, and it's probably the worst cup of coffee I've ever made, but that's okay. I was rushing, and yeah, at least it's coffee, right? So cheers, everyone, to the morning cuppa. Whatever is in your cuppa, I hope it's good, and I hope it helps to make you smile on this morning. Good morning, Joanne. Good morning, Julie. Hi, Deirdre. Okay, let's go into our hearts. There's 4 steps to our tradition of the heart mind to the divine. The first step is to touch your heart center, bringing your focus there, allowing everything else to just be background noise. And just bring your energy right into your heart with the breath, which is the second step. Slow down your breathing. Remind yourself that you are magnificent with each breath that you take. So breathe in the love. Breathe in joy. Breathe in peace. And exhale it back out. It's a continuous circle. We do this constantly without even having to think about it. We breathe in and we breathe out. But during this, we're focusing on love. We're focusing on what's making us smile, which is the 4th step. So it's touching the heart center, slowing down your breathing, adding in an element of love, joy, peace into your heart, and then smiling. I love this tradition. Every morning we do this. And every night when we're doing chanting at the end, we take a moment to breathe that into our hearts as well. So I encourage you during your day to just take that time for you to really breathe in who you are and what you are. And we have people coming in. I love this Saturday morning. Our sweet Josie is here, and I don't see that anyone has called in our Rick, but I know somebody will. And let's see who else. Suzanne, I'm so glad you can be with us today, Suzanne. Thank you for being here. Auntie Jean, welcome to Saturday. And Blue Jean, look at our pair of jeans falling in here together like they've been conspiring somewhere. Shall we wait? Shall we make them wait? Good morning. Aw, sweet one. That's a sad moment when we have to release our beautiful fur babies back to their spirit self. So our hearts are going out to you today, Blue Jean. And just surround that baby with love and all of the others that are in its life. And Blue has called in our pirate Ricky. Thank you so much. And so did Andrea. Thank you. Let's get our Ricky in here. Okay, so we are in the midst of Hanukkah. And about 2 or 3 weeks ago, I had dinner with a lady that I met earlier this year. Her name is Monica. And I promised Monica that I would write about Hanukkah. She was my inspiration for actually learning more about what Hanukkah is all about. And if you don't know the history and the stories behind Hanukkah, I encourage you to go do some digging if you don't already have that familiarity to it. So the message last night is called To Monica. May we all celebrate Hanukkah. We herd sheep, we drive cattle, we lead people. Lead me, follow me, or get out of my way. That's a quote from George S. Patton. December is a month of celebration in many ways. Many refer to it as the holiday season, where a big emphasis has been placed on commercialization of the holy days. This year, I met an incredible woman named Monica. She is Jewish, and in our conversations, we discussed Hanukkah, which began this week. And it was her passion for her Jewish faith and heritage that inspired me to dig further into what Hanukkah truly represents. Hanukkah is a time of celebration of Jewish valor against overwhelming odds. Hanukkah means dedication and is the festival that commemorates the purification and rededication of the temple following the Greek occupation of that holy place. Today, the holiday reminds Jews to rededicate themselves to keeping alive the flame of Jewish religion, culture, and peoplehood so that it may be passed on to the next generation. On holy days, we are called to pause and reflect on the profound blessings that surround us. Through introspection, we gain a deeper understanding of our purpose and the immense love that the universe bestows upon us. This sacred time offers us the chance to acknowledge our flaws, seek forgiveness, and realign our intentions with our spiritual aspirations. As we delve into the depths of self-reflection, we unlock the potential to grow, to evolve, and experience true inner peace. It is also a time of recognizing miracles. So here is the story of the miracle of the oil. Originally, the 8-day holiday was intended to parallel the 8-day festival of Sukkot. There is a legend associated with Hanukkah, and according to the legend, when the Maccabees entered the temple and began to reclaim it from the Greeks, they immediately relit the Ner Tamid, which burned constantly in the temple and has a parallel in synagogues to this day. In the temple, they found a single jar of oil, which was sufficient for only one day. The messenger who was sent to secure additional oil took 8 days to complete his mission, and miraculously, the single jar of oil continued to burn until his return. The rabbis of the Talmud attribute the 8 days of Hanukkah to the miracle of this single jar of oil. What a miracle, right? So, dear angels, miracles happen every day in our lives. Some become well known and reinforce our beliefs in a higher power who shows us love and support. We celebrate these miracles through holy days as we connect with the divine energy that permeates the universe. Through prayer, meditation, and rituals, we create sacred spaces within ourselves where we can commune with that higher power. These spiritual practices allow us to experience a profound sense of peace, tranquility, and inner harmony. As we surrender to the divine presence, we cultivate a deep trust that guides us toward our highest potential, providing solace during challenging times and inspiring us to embrace the beauty of life. Dear ones, observing holy days offers a path of inspiration and transformation. By embracing sacred reflection, gratitude, divine connection, and unity, your souls are nourished. Embark on this journey with open hearts and minds, ready to be inspired by the profound wisdom and love that holy days bring. This is a time of remembrance. Allow these sacred moments to guide you towards a life filled with purpose, with peace, and with an unwavering faith in the power of the divine. Recognize during the celebrations the interconnectedness of all beings. These moments of unity are an opportunity to extend compassion, kindness, and understanding towards others. By embracing the core teachings of your respective faiths and honoring the sacredness in every individual, you contribute to creating a world filled with love, harmony, and peace. Dear angels, thank you. Today I promise to observe the holy days with reverence and a renewed faith in the divine. So whether you knew the story of Hanukkah or not, it's always good to be reminded of it, isn't it? Reminded of miracles. There are so many miracles, many that are well known in life and many that are not. So it's always good to remember that miracles are happening every day. Kathy Hand, good morning. And Sally and Tony, good morning, and thank you for sharing. And Josie says, it's been 5 months since my honey left his physical body. I'm trying to celebrate his life and not his death on this day. I miss him so much. We do too, Josie. We miss that sweet presence that was so wise, is so wise, and he is still here with us all the time. He comes in on the morning show every morning. We say good morning to him, and we're not going to forget his presence or his essence. We love our pirate Rick. And I know this is difficult. I know grief is difficult. As humans, the more attachment we have to another person, another presence, the harder it is to learn to live in a different way, communicating with them. So Josie, we hold you in love and we wrap our arms around you. And Suzanne says, Josie, he is always with you, sending hugs and love, which we all do. Thank you for being here with us, Josie, and I hope you continue to come in, because this is the place where you get support and love from your family. And speaking of that, I am very happy to announce that I received a message from the camp over in the UK. I got a message from Hope's children, her daughters and Zena, which we are all familiar with. And Hope has really been through the mill. She's had a really tough time of it, you guys. We knew that it was heavy. We all knew there was something going on, but we didn't know what was happening because we weren't there and we didn't have any of the details. And I still don't have all the details, just the fact that the doctors were mystified over whatever it was that was taking place with her, and she had to be placed in a coma, an induced coma, for her own protection, because there was just so much going on, and she couldn't comprehend what was happening to her either. So they placed her in the coma, and she has come out of it. They thought that it would take a long time for her to learn how to walk and talk and do all the things that one has to do to come back to their physical being. It wasn't a stroke. They ruled that out. So they're still, like I said, they're still mystified as far as what it was that was happening to her. But she has come out of the coma. She has been walking and talking, and she is now home with her family. So I am so grateful to have received that news this morning. It made me very emotional as I read about this miracle of our Hope and how she has come through this, and we've all lifted her every day. I've been sending messages and just letting them know that we all love her and are praying for her, and we'll never forget that she is right here with us in her spirit being. So, celebrate today. Let's celebrate this miracle that has happened and allow ourselves to just hold her in love and smile at the fact that there's improvement and that we can at least say, yay, we're moving forward one day at a time, probably one moment at a time if we're there, surrounding her physically. I'm sure her family is just relieved that there is some progress being made. And they send their love and their appreciation to all of us. Okay. And thank you for sending the love to Hope. I appreciate all of you. All right, and Auntie Jean says, I have always felt a connection to the Jewish holidays. It just seems like they are ours also, the same divine. There is only one God, and we are all part of him. Absolutely. So I love learning, period, but I love learning about traditions and how things came to be. And I'm so appreciative of my friend Monica, who encouraged me to write and speak about Hanukkah, even though I'm not of the Jewish religion. It doesn't matter. Like Jean says, we're all one. So we can participate, we can go into the energy of it and celebrate right along with those who have that as their heritage. So thank you, Auntie Jean. And Jean, you have met Monica as well, and you know what I'm talking about. She's such a delight and so beautiful. I was going to name it to Monica on Hanukkah, but she said she got teased a lot growing up about her name and how it rhymed with Hanukkah. So instead, I named it to Monica. May we all celebrate Hanukkah, because that's what I feel in my heart, that we all can celebrate it. All right, so I need to see what Kuan Yin has to say to us about all of this that we've been talking about this morning. And thank you for the messages to Hope. I'll make sure that her family knows to look at the messages, the comments on today's morning show, so they can see how much we absolutely love and adore this beautiful P. That's a big part of us. Okay, so Kuan Yin says, play to create. Do you dream of more happiness, well-being, love? That is a high-frequency dream. High-frequency dreams become reality when we align ourselves with a matching frequency. There is a way to raise frequency to become more magnetic to opportunities, to the right people, solutions, and helpful guidance. To bring your dreams to life, for now, let go of the struggle and embrace the way of play. So true, isn't it? To raise our vibration, go back to being a child again, see life through the child's eyes of wonder and awe, seeing things as new and learning something new. I didn't know about the tradition of the 8 days. I knew Hanukkah was celebrated for 8 days. I didn't know why. And until we find out these things, until we do the research or we hear the story somewhere, we really don't know what it's all about. But now that I understand it more fully, there's even more reason to celebrate, because that was such a miracle that happened. So be curious. Be curious like a child or a cat. Cats are so curious. I love cats. I love their energy. And Josie, I know you're surrounded by so many cats that you and Ricky took in and just love and adore and watch their beautiful energy moving constantly around you. Okay, Annie. Oh, yes, I am enjoying my stay here in this home. Thank you. This home is so full of love. It is full of spiritual energy everywhere. And there are two fur babies. One of them's right beside of me. I don't know where the other one is. Coco is right here, sleeping beside of me on a pillow. And I just love these two, Coco and Monty. The lady who owns the house, it's a couple. The lady is an artist, and the painting behind me is one of her art pieces that's hanging here in the living room where I'm at. I've also broadcast this morning show from the meditation room, and I sat in that meditation room yesterday. I had a lot of things on my heart, so I sat in there and just listened. You know, that's the beauty of meditation, when we can bring whatever it is that's on our heart, and then we say, what do I need to know in this moment? And we listen, and that's what I did. I sat and I just listened to Spirit. I listened to guidance. I listened to the wisdom of all those who have come before me and are now in spirit and that guide me. I have a spirit team. We all have a spirit team. And if you're unfamiliar with who's on your spirit team that's helping you and guiding you, then take a moment and go into your heart and say, who's helping me through this walk of life? Who is it that's guiding, whether it's an ancestor, a loved one in spirit, or the angels, the ascended masters? Who is it that's guiding your path and helping you to receive messages and signs along the way? Find out. Get curious. That's what today's big message is. Get curious and play with it. Make it a light energy. Laugh. The more we laugh, the more we're going to be connected in. Okay. Let's see what else we got going on. Catherine Kovacs just arrived. Hello, sweet Catherine. Thank you for being here. Oh, Annie, you are so welcome. I only give because it comes from the heart. You know, the more we give from our heart, the more complete we feel, the more fulfilled we feel, and the more we can actually say, I love my life. And I can say that every day when I wake up. I give gratitude for another day alive, another day to just be and to enjoy and to play. You know, how many people wake up saying, thank you, I can play today, and then do it. Do it, whether you have to spend time at work, at a job, other responsibilities, no matter what's going on, you can make a point of playing every day, and that will increase your love of life. I love that you all are sending messages to our hope. Keep sending them. Keep sharing your messages. And I'm going to send a message back. I've already responded, but I'll send another message to the family and ask them to read these messages to Hope and let her see all of the beauty, all of the love that we have for her and how we're all lifting her every day. Oh, yay, Deirdre. We have another celebration. Deirdre's eye is better today than it was yesterday. And I see it improving every day, Deirdre. A lot of us have been sending you healing energy, and all of us have been sending love from our heart, which is healing energy, because Kuan Yin says love is what heals us. So continue to receive our love, and we'll see you continuing to improve. Okay, let's do a couple of messages from the tiny book before we do our prayers. We'll only do a couple because I came in late, as I said. So Kathy says, believe it or not, as a young girl in a Catholic school, we were taught of Hanukkah and the story of the oil lamps with it. We had a really well-rounded nun in one of our elementary grades. I'm trying to remember, but I think it was 4th grade. I am also blessed by knowing many different people of different cultures from when I worked in a hospital lab for 15 years in my 20s and 30s. Oh, how sweet. Yeah, I didn't have that. I didn't have the knowledge of the miracle of the lamps. And I'm so glad that I know. And, Hanukkah is known as the Festival of Lights. And people all over the world light candles during this time. I light candles, but now I can more fully appreciate what's going on when I light my candle. When I say I'm lighting this in honor of a miracle that happened and is continuing to happen throughout the world. So light your candles. Light it for love, for miracles, for peace. And good morning, Prachetta. Thank you for being here, Prachetta, and for cheering, Goofy. Okay, does anybody want a message from the Tiny Book? If you'll give me a page number, I'll do a couple, and then we'll go into our hearts with prayers and lift up those who have asked us to hold them in prayer. And Kathy says, I know Suzanne and I both light our Advent wreath candles each Sunday in December. Beautiful. All right, let's do Deirdre's page 21. Fear is not your friend. Know with certainty that as you walk your divine path, you are not alone. The fog will lift to show you clearly where to place your steps and the right turns to make. Hold those mountaintop experiences in your memories and enjoy the party. Well, Deirdre, I know you love to party, so remember that every day you are getting better and better. Your physical being is being repaired and rejuvenated, and enjoy every moment of the miracle of what's happening. And that's for all of us, too. Every day, remember that there are miracles in each moment, and hold on to those things that happen that are miraculous. And Prachetta says, in India, we call Diwali the festival of light, anything which gets light in our lives. Yeah. And I love that time of year. I love how you celebrate Diwali, and I celebrate that right along with you. All right, so that was the first one. And let's see, what else we got? Page 45, Catherine is asking for. And Auntie Jean says, when I was in high school, I had many friends who were Jewish. I remember that I was jealous because they had Christmas 8 days in a row. I guess I was pretty materialistic as a child. Yeah. I didn't know the tradition of giving gifts. I knew there was something that happened with gifts, but I wasn't sure what that was all about either. But I love the spiritual understanding of what Hanukkah is all about. And Jean, I can't see you as materialistic at all. And Suzanne says, Advent is a huge part of my upbringing. A part of me is home in Germany where I light that candle. Yeah, beautiful. All right, page, what did I say, 45? Yeah, 45. And then we'll go to page 6. So 45 says, follow the 3 simple steps as you live and experience this world. Accept what is, align with source energy, and allow the divine to guide you. This is known as AAA, or as we like to say, AAA, y'all. And really remember, when I first met Marietta, she taught me this the first time I ever met her in person. And she said, always take the AAA with you. And she wasn't talking about the more famous AAA that is helpful when you are in trouble on the road. This one helps us every day in our spiritual journey. AAA, accept, align, allow. Thank you for choosing that one, Catherine. And then Sally says page 6. So let's see what that one has to say. I love these times when we can just delve into the tiny book, all these wonderful messages from Spirit. And next month, there will be a new tiny book in the works. And hopefully it will happen with ease and grace and be published so that we can all have a new book in our hands to work with. Page 6. The more you play with directing your attention, the more you come to understand that you can call whatever you want to you in life. Yes, even those mountaintop moments where you will not be able to blink because you are programming that picture into your mind. I love about the mountaintop moments, and those are the times that get us through the valleys. It's those mountaintop experiences and the joy that we feel in our heart that allow us to get through those times of just wondering, will I make it another step? Will I make it another day? It's the mountaintop that calls us constantly and says, come back up here, laugh, smile, go into your heart, go straight to the mountaintop, because those valley experiences can be kind of treacherous at times. And Sally, learning to trust in this process currently. Yeah, I think we all are. And there were 2 messages that mentioned mountaintop moments. Yeah, exactly. Going into holding that faith and trust that we learn as we go through the valleys and reach that mountaintop. Suzanne, I believe, I'm looking. Yes, page 1 is where the messages begin, Suzanne, to answer your question. All right, we have time for one more, I think. Annie says page 12. So Kathy, you opened your tiny book to page 4. Okay, then we'll do 12 and 4, and that'll be it for our messages from the tiny book today. Page 12. There are legions of angels at your beck and call. Wherever there is a need, we are there. We will not force ourselves on you, however. We are always listening to your heart, which is where your soul energy is. At any time, you can call out to us for guidance or ask for us in your prayers to God. Yeah. Any moment at all that we want to feel the angels' presence, we invoke their energy. And when we call out, that's such a beautiful, beautiful response that we get, because they hear us. They're waiting. That's what their purpose is. They're messengers, they're guides. They're here to help us through this experience that we're going through in life. So thank you for asking for page 12. And then, Kathy, your page 4. Stay in your heart, as that is your home. Home is not a destination. It is your journey. So many times we wish and hope and pray to reach a destination. And we're neglecting the fact that every step we take is a destination. Every step we take can be full of beautiful, powerful, loving energy. And so with each step, just say thank you. Put some gratitude into your journey, into your walk through this life. As you walk on Gaia's back, let one step say thank, and the next step say you. Thank you. That way you're constantly giving gratitude as you go through life. All right. that's all we're going to read from the tiny book, because I want to take time to acknowledge any prayer requests that are here. And let me put that up here to type in your prayer requests. And thank you for all who bring those prayers to us of your loved ones or anything in the world that we need to pray for. And let's remember those we have mentioned, which are our Hope, Deirdre, I know Julie Kiss, we've been praying for improvement for your arm. Our dear Josie, praying for you during your time of grief. And Josie says, it just passed. I celebrated with an Indian family who adopted me and Ricky. I think that was that Diwali that you celebrated? Yeah, I love that holiday. And Auntie Jean says, when I was in high school, I had many friends who were Jewish. Oh, I read that one. You were jealous of them. You just wanted what they had. And we can all have that. We can all have that love in our heart for the divine and celebrate our traditions and our ancestry. Kathy learned about Diwali from her friend Sangeeta, who she used to work with. And she says, I remember when you had Pracheta on Cuppa to explain Diwali even further. Thank you for sharing your wonderful culture with us, Pracheta. Yes, Kathy, I found the pony cards. Now I have to remember what I did with them, but I did find them. And I will have them tomorrow. I'll make sure that I have them located and right here beside of me when I do messages tomorrow on Afternoon Cuppa. Thank you for asking. All right. Okay. Thank you, Andrea. And yes, we love all the messages. Would I read a message from page 1? Let's do that going into our prayers. Okay, I will certainly look into that, Kathy Hand. Thank you. And thank you, Deirdre, for our prayers for all humans, for Gaia and all who live on her back. World peace and attention to human trafficking through Save Someone's Child. Tammy Fisk, hello and welcome. Sending prayers for your friend Kelly's family, as today is her service. She passed from cancer. Well, let's lift up your friend and lift up you, Tammy, for this time of just remembrance of your beautiful friend, and have her right there with you as you all celebrate her life. Sally, prayers for all who are fearful of stepping into their light and divine being, and for those who are still lost. Joanne, hello. Prayers for my mom. She is really struggling emotionally. The dementia and being at assisted living has her in a state of extreme upset. Oh, darling, I know you want to be right there, wrap your arms around her, and I know that's going to happen. So we'll lift her up so that she can calm her energy. Okay, so page 1 as we go into our prayers, and if you have other prayers, please list them. I see Catherine Kovacs asking prayers for her mom. We're remembering Leo and praying for his mom as well. And my sister Nola, thank you, Auntie Jean, for reminding me to mention that. If we can add her to our prayer list and to the grids. My sister is not doing real well. She's got a lot of pain energy and mobility issues, as well as eyesight issues. So thank you for that. Okay, so let's go into our hearts. I'm going to ask the angels which message we need to hear to bring forth the energy of loving on each other, loving ourselves, and just being. And it's right here. Your mission, should you decide to accept it, is simply to love. Kuan Yin says love is the energy that heals. So let's go into that place in our heart where there is unconditional love for ourselves and for others. So just breathe right into it. Hold that energy of love in your heart. Many times when we breathe in, we can actually see color. We can see what's happening with that energy that's coming from the divine. So as you breathe it into your heart, what color comes to mind? Maybe you're not able to visualize it, but maybe there's a color that's speaking to you. Something that says, I'm wrapping you in the warmth of this color. And just see what that might be. Today I'm feeling blue surrounding me. And blue is the energy of protection. It's the energy of communication. So in this moment, I'm holding on to Archangel Michael and keeping him close by my side as the energy from that blue ray enters my heart. Whatever's coming forth for you, if you want to share that with us, awesome. But the important thing is for you to recognize it, for you to hold it in your heart. So keep breathing in and breathing out. Breathe in love from the divine. And when you do so and you bring it into your heart, just ask the divine to look at every prayer request that we have mentioned, those that were unmentioned that we hold in our hearts, those that are in our grids, those that are in our long prayer list. Let's lift up those in our world who are suffering right now, either suffering physically, mentally, spiritually, or emotionally. There are many who feel alone during this time of the holidays and the high holy days. Let's lift up anyone going through a struggle and a challenge at this time. Let's lift up those who have been affected by conflict and war and trying to rebuild their lives and their homes, their neighborhoods, their cities, their countries. Let's lift up those making decisions right now, the world leaders. Just pour an energy of love into their hearts. It doesn't matter what our ego tells us about people that we don't agree with. We are all in the oneness of all that is. So see the beautiful oneness inside of each heart and pour love in there. No resistance, just love. So as you keep breathing in the love, breathe it back out. Let's create a ripple effect in our world by sending love forward from our hearts together. And the more we do that together, the more it is magnified. Just allow that to take place. Let's pour love down into Mama Gaia. As we send that love down, we get it back because Gaia blesses it and then sends it back up for every individual on earth to feel. So feel that love coming back to you, the Mother's love from our planet Earth, and the Mother's love from Divine Mother. And let's give that love to each other now. Every day we say these words of gratitude and love. So I'm going to put that into the comments. You had a golden light, Auntie Jean. I see that golden light all the time when I go into meditation. It's the light that just says, I accept you, I honor you, and I believe in you. And when we can stay immersed in that energy of love and light and have ourselves a part of that golden thread that runs through all of us, wow, it's a beautiful experience. And Kathy, you had the golden light as well. I love that. All right, so let's do our love and gratitude, and I need to find Leo. So let me grab that song so we can all be immersed in our Morning Cuppa Joy energy. Okay, here we go. Share your love.
Good morning, Earthlings. It's time to get up and get ready because today's the perfect day to have a great day. Here we go.
Come on, cheers.
It's a beautiful day. If you wake up this morning, might as well be part of it. One of them is for peace, so now mission for harmony. You and me, mama, be on the lead. Wherever we somewhere, create a photo where we can be together. The heart telephone is always one phone call away.
Time for some doggy dancing. Pocket, gruff, razzmatazz. Thank you. I love you. Thank you, Annie. Joy. Thank you, Julie. Simply accept, align, allow. That was one of our messages today. Morning cup full of joy with all the bees and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning cup full of joy every day. To start the day on the high five, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy with all the bees and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Cup full of joy. Do you have a cup full of joy? I hope you do after being here with us today. Woo! Thank you, Leo. Thank you for that song that lifts us every day. We'll be back at 1 o'clock today for the 10 million for world peace meditation, and I hope you can join us. Come in around 1 o'clock and we begin the meditation part at 1:11. So hopefully we'll see you there. Stay in your hearts and stay blessed, and keep sending that love out into the world. I love you so much. Namaste, y'all.